Mislowski, reporting live from Channel 3 Morning News, giving you the newest feed on the United States. Today we're going to be talking about the controversy between the North and the South. Here's Bobby talking to Henry Clay and Buddy from the North.
I'm here to talk with Henry Clay about the Compromise of 1850.
Hey B-Hits, it's a pleasure. Thanks for having me on your show. And I'm here to talk about my plan to help satisfy the northern and the southern states.
Now, can you go more in depth than that?
Sure thing. First, to satisfy the northern interests, I want to abolish the slave trade and gain California as a free state. While for the South, I will split New Mexico into two different territories.
How would this help?
It would help by making sure northerners get what they want, which is California as a free state and no more slave trade, and it fulfills the southerners' needs as well.
Which is?
Having New Mexico divided into two different territories.
What would they be called?
You'd have one side is New Mexico and one side is Utah.
Now, what exactly is popular sovereignty, though?
Popular sovereignty is a practice allowing voters in the territory to decide whether they want slave trade or no slave trade.
But don't you think this will cause stress?
Yes, it has been done, but they can fight it out themselves.
Thank you, Mr. Clay. Now back to you. Now here's a clip from me viewing a northerner. Here we have a northerner. We're going to talk to them about the Fugitive Slave Act. Can you please tell me about it?
Well, Bobby, the Fugitive Slave Act is a law that made federal crime to help runaway slaves and allows the arrest of escaped slaves and evens the areas where slavery is illegal.
Well, how do you feel about this?
I think it is so stupid. Slaves should be able to live free and not be sent back to the South where they should not be. Now that you have learned about the controversy that the Compromise and the Fugitive Slave Act has made, you can learn about the controversy of the Kansas-Nebraska Act. Here's Owen.
Hi, I'm Owen Sorensen, reporting live from the Governor of Illinois, Stephen Douglas's house. He's looking to expand west. Check out his whip. Follow me into the house.
Hello.
Stephen Douglas.
Hello. Welcome to my house.
Hey, Stephen.
Hi, how's it going?
It's going. On that note, why are you creating the Kansas-Nebraska Act?
I wanted to organize territories of Kansas and Nebraska. It allows the new states to enter the Union without slavery.
Ah, how will you decide if you want slavery or not?
Well, popular sovereignty, of course.
Ah, you want to touch on that? Maybe explain it, go into a little more detail, you know what I'm saying?
Sure. Popular sovereignty is when states get to choose whether or not they'll be a slave state or a free state.
Ah, makes sense. I'm sure the election is a hot topic down in the South and in the North. Neither side wants to have less power in Congress. I'm sure it's getting hectic down there.
Yes.
I'm from the North.
I'm from the South.
That's a clip of what the election is doing to the state of Kansas. People are moving there from all around, causing a fraud election because they don't want either side to have more power in Congress. Here I have Billy Bob Joe Timbuktu from Missouri. He just recently moved to Kansas.
Hi, I'm Billy Bob Joe Timbuktu, but you can call me Ernie.
Hi Ernie. What caused you to move to Kansas?
Well, I wanted slavery in this state and more Congress power in this state.
You're pretty dedicated to move to this here state for this here election, eh?
You do what you gotta do.
Well, there you have it, folks. Here's an example of someone causing a fraudulent election. Thanks, Billy Bob Joe Timbuktu, a.k.a. Ernie.
No problem.
Hi, I'm Owen, covering the devastating breakup between Dred Scott and his owner, John Emerson. As you all know, this is a huge breakup. The divorce will be talked about for years after this. John Emerson died, leaving Dred Scott all alone in the state of Missouri. Dred wanted his freedom, Seeing that he had no master and he was in the state of Missouri, he felt that he deserved it. So he tried to sue. But courts denied it because he was an African American. They didn't think he deserved the rights that a normal American has. Chief Justice Roger Taney said, "No African American slaves could ever enjoy the rights of a U.S. citizen." The whole situation angered tons of abolitionists across the country. It seems as if slavery is rapidly spreading west, and there's no way to stop it. Back to you, Audrey.
Now that you've learned about the disputes between the Kansas-Nebraska Act and the Dred Scott decision, here's Teresa covering the John Brown situation.
This is Channel 3 News, your place for the latest and most accurate news. Today I'll be visiting Mr. John Brown himself. That's right, you heard me, the man who gathered his slave soldiers and armed them with weapons. Mr. Brown, how do you feel?
I was fine. Could be better.
Mr. Brown, after your rebel in Harper's Bay, Virginia, you were then captured, convicted, and sentenced to death. Sitting here now waiting, how does it feel?
Like I said before, if I must die trying to liberate a few poor or oppressed people from my condition of servitude, I imagine that I hear you, and all you, mother, father, sister, brother, no. There's no cause for which we, less sorrow, can see you die.
Mr. Brown, from what you know, what were some comments from the North and South made to you?
The Northerners labeled me as a biblical prophet. Southerners, on the other hand, classified me as crazy, a threat to the Union.
Why did the South negatively label you?
I think the fact that I'm known as religious who love God, it was only right I choose pro-slavery life.
Do you think you placed a threat or terror into the Southerners?
I think what the issue was that Southerners were shocked by how aggressive my attack was. I was seen as God-devoted man, and this rebel put a threat to Southerners. I think what the issue was that Southerners were shocked by how aggressive my attack was. I was seen as God-devoted man, and this rebel put a threat to the Southerners. That the North Abolition Act was making an impact, and the thought scared them.
Mr. Brown, I know your hope was to lead into setting off a slave uprising. How is it to know that it did not happen?
Well, yes, my goal was to set an uprising, but does it not bring my joy to know my action was a contribution to now protest dispute of abolishing slavery for good?
Mr. Brown, a Lieutenant Green described the scene during the raid which you held your dead son in one hand and the dying one in the other hand, but yet you told your men to continue to fight the battle out. What are your thoughts on this?
In that moment, I was indeed grieving for my sons, but I wanted to know why men were not giving up because they saw me down. To know we have came too far to turn back now. I needed them to continue to fight.
Well, thank you today for Mr. Brown. I'm confident to say that after your death, your name will be forever in history.
You're welcome, and that alone keeps my spirits high. Now that you've learned about the John Brown raid, here is me recording Harriet Beecher Stowe in an interview about her new book, Uncle Tom's Cabin. Hello, I'm Audrey Naslowski, reporting live from Connecticut, here with Harriet Beecher Stowe, author of Uncle Tom's Cabin.
Hi Audrey, it's nice to meet you.
You as well. So congratulations on your book. Thanks for taking the time. I know you've been busy with all the controversy that your book has made. Tell me, how does it feel to make a book that is causing so much tension between the South and the North?
Well, it's a hard decision to deal with having people have conflict instead of peace. But the world had to be notified of all the slavery.
I know that in your book, it doesn't aim on the slave holders, but the system itself.
It is a system of necessity, cruel and unjust. It needed to be talked about, and I took a chance to do it.
I understand. So how do you feel about your book selling 270,000 copies?
I feel great. It's wonderful that people are really reading into my anti-slavery words.
Thank you. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
Now here's a clip from a Southerner interview after the release of Uncle Tom's Cabin. Hello. Audrey Naslowski from Channel 3 Morning News, and I would love to get your opinion on Harriet Beecher Stowe's Uncle Tom's Cabin.
Don't even say her name. I don't want to hear it. There's no way that book should have been published.
So obviously you do not agree with the book.
Of course not. There is no chance this country could live without slavery. Her words caused more stress than the North and the South needed.
I see that Southerners have written books in replying matter.
Yes, truly we know what we need in this country. Unlike some people, Northerners, our books are written to save our country. If they use a pen for a weapon, then we shall fight back as well.
All right, well that's all the time we have. Thank you so much for your time. Now that you've learned all about the controversies between the United States, between the South and the North, whose side will you choose? This is Audrey Naslowski, Channel 3.
Oh, I haven't quoted any, done that.
Stupid.
I haven't done that for any of my stuff.
Stop recording.
Come on, Beth.
Stop recording me. I feel uncomfortable. You stop.
Bobby, get off it.
Oh? Okay. Oh wait, so I say, and here's
Wait,
Bobby.
do I?
Dude, let her speak.
I say, what are you working on? And here's Bobby talking about the
Of the compromise.
Compromise of
1850, the compromise, because we're in 1850.
right.
Okay,
When I
ready.
clap my hands.
Wait, Owen, come here. I gotta ask you if this is right. Should be. Oh shit.
You're right.
Start. Hi, I'm Audrey Naslowski reporting live from.
Hi, I'm Audrey Naslowski reporting live from Channel 3 News, and we've got all the new details on the Northern and Southern controversy, including details on the controversy. We will be getting you footage on that later. We've
Why
got a
keep
man on
moving?
the scene. Wheezy. Hey, I'm Audrey Naslowski reporting live from Channel 3 News. We've got all the hot new details on the controversy between the North and the South. We'll be getting to... Hi, I'm Audrey Naslowski reporting live from Channel 3 News. We've got all the hot new details on the Northern and Southern controversy. We will be getting live to a man on the scene for the compromise.
What? Hi, I'm Audrey Naslowski from Channel. Guys, I'm trying to make it dramatic and you keep making me laugh.
The governor's house. Hi, I'm Owen Sorensen, reporting live from the governor's crib. Check me out, look. 26 inches, I'm riding crooked. Old school Chevy faster than a silver bullet. Show the car. Strawberry paint, orange vanilla pudding. Oh yeah,
Now that you've learned all about the dispute between the...
Did you?
This is between the... Stop!
I'll show it to you. Yeah, get this. Zoom in.
Today I'll be interviewing Mr. John Brown himself. That's right, the man who gathered his slave soldiers and rebelled and armed them.
Second semester begins promptly January.
Were then captured, convicted, and sentenced to death. How do you send?
Are you?
Oh my gosh. Take that on the video. Relax.
I get done.